And Jehoram, the son of Ahab, reigned over Israel and Samaria in the 18th year of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah. And he reigned 12 years, and he did what was bad in the eyes of the Lord, however, not like his father and mother. He removed the monument of the Baal that his father had made. Only to the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who caused Israel to sin, did he cling. He did not turn away from it. Now Mesha, the king of Moab, was a sheep man, and he would repeatedly pay tribute to the king of Israel 100,000 lambs and 100,000 rams with their wool. And it was that when Ahab died, the king of Moab rebelled against the king of Israel. Now King Jehoram went out of Samaria on that day and counted all Israel. And he went and called Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, saying, "The king of Moab has rebelled against me. Will you go with me to war against Moab?" And he said, "I will go up. I will be like you, my people, like your people, my horses, like your horses." And he said, "By which road shall we go up?" And he said, "By way of the desert of Edom." King of Israel and the king of Judah and the king of Edom went. And they went around a journey of 7 days, and there was no water for the camp or for the animals that were with them. King of Israel said, "Alas, for the Lord has called these 3 kings to deliver them into the hands of Moab." Jehoshaphat said, "Is there no prophet of the Lord here that we may inquire of the Lord through him?" One of the kings of Israel's servants answered, "Here is Elisha, the son of Shaphat, who poured water on Elijah's hands." And Jehoshaphat said, "The word of the Lord is with him." The king of Israel and Jehoshaphat and the king of Edom went down to him. And Elisha said to the king of Israel, "What do I have to do with you? Go to your father's prophets and to your mother's prophets." The king of Israel said to him, "Don't say that, for the Lord has summoned these 3 kings to deliver them into the hands of Moab." Elisha said, "As the Lord of hosts before whom I have stood lives, for were it not that I respect Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, I would neither look at you nor would I see you. Now fetch me a musician." And it was that when the musician played, the hand of the Lord came upon him. He said, "So as the Lord said, this valley will be made full of pools. For so as the Lord said, you shall not see wind, neither shall you see rain, yet that valley will be filled with water. You and your cattle and your beasts shall drink. This will be a slight in the eyes of the Lord. He will deliver Moab into your hands. You shall strike every fortified city and every choice city. You shall fell every good tree, and you shall stop up all springs of water, and you shall clutter every good field with stones." And it was in the morning, when the meal offering was offered up, that behold, water was coming from the road of Edom, and the land became filled with the water, and all the Moabites heard that the kings had come up to wage war with them. They assembled every one old enough to gird a sword and older, and they stood at the border. And they arose early in the morning, when the sun shone on the water, and the Moabites saw the water from a distance, red as blood. They said, "This is blood. The kings have fought with each other and have killed each other, and now to the spoils Moab." And they came to the Israelite camp, and the Israelites arose and struck the Moabites, and they fled before them. They attacked them and slew the Moabites. They demolished the cities, and each one threw a stone on every fertile field and filled it up, and they stopped up every water spring, and they felled every good tree until they left over its stones only in Ker Hersheth, and the caterpillar surrounded and struck it. King of Moab saw that the men of war were stronger than he, and he took with him 700 men and drew their swords to break away to the king of Edom, yet they were unable. And he took his firstborn, who would reign after him, brought him up for a burnt offering on the wall, and there was a great wrath upon Israel, and they withdrew from him, returned to the land.